Hi guys, welcome to sunny California. Today is actually not a sunny day as you can see out here. It's actually pretty cloudy. It's almost sunset, but it's actually a perfect time to do a camera test between the Galaxy Note 5 and the Huawei Mate 8. I feel like the Note 5 has overall the best camera on the market right now, so it'd be a great test to take it up against the new Huawei Mate 8. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this baby. All right, in this first test, I'm gonna go ahead and take a photo in all directions with both phones. All right, first up is Note 5. All right, next up is the Huawei Mate 8. All right, taking a look at the pictures, I feel like the Note 5 has a lot more dynamic range. In other words, you can notice more details in the bright skies and also more details in the darker ground. This seems to be the case with most of the photos I have taken. The Note 5 seems to process the photos better. Now, the version I have is a media exclusive version, meaning with the software update, the photos could be improved. But for right now, the Note 5 wins for better photos with more detail, more dynamic range, and sharper. All right, in this next test, we're gonna do a 1080p video panning with my hands. So first up is Note 5. Oh, you guys can go ahead. I'm gonna cut this out, so.
We won't be in your video.
If you want to be. All right, let's go ahead and pan. Video stabilization is on for the Note 5. And I'm simply gonna pan in 180 degrees here. All right. And that's it. Both phones have OIS and software stabilization in 1080p. So let me go ahead and do it with the Huawei Mate 8 next. Ready, go. All right, from the get-go, it seems like the Huawei Mate actually does an excellent job of stabilizing the shot. Now I'm gonna go ahead and turn off software stabilization. Both phones have OIS, so I'm gonna just try to hold it as still as possible and let's compare the result. All right, we're just using OIS with the Note 5 and I'm gonna go ahead and hold it as still as possible. All right, next up with the Huawei Mate 8. Okay, I'm really amazed at the OIS on the Mate 8. Actually, this is the best I've tried. Oh, go ahead, go ahead. Now the Note 5 seems to be a lot sharper. The colors are more saturated, but you tell me which one you like more. Again, the Huawei Mate 8 does not do 4K recording. Even if you make videos in 1080p, if you record them in 4K, you can crop them out for 1080p and have more video to use. All right, in this next test, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the stabilization back on and I'm gonna do a quick walking test. Ready, set, go. All right, with the Huawei Mate 8. Wow, that is amazing. I can totally tell the Huawei Mate 8 is much better for walking. As for videos, I'm really surprised that the Huawei Mate 8 has really good OIS. It is a lot more stable. I don't see any jitters that I see with the Note 5. Definitely Huawei got one thing right, the video stabilization. Now there's no 4K recording on the Huawei Mate 8, and I hope Huawei adds in 4K video recording by the time they release it in the US. Now one of the things I noticed about the Huawei Mate 8 is the front camera. I didn't do a test yet, but I felt like it took better photos for selfies. So let's go ahead and do a test real quick. I'm gonna try to take a landscape photo. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. And with the Note 5. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now taking a look at these photos, I feel like the Huawei Mate 8 did a lot better. You can see the background blurring out, meaning you get some nice depth of field. So for front camera selfies, the Huawei Mate 8 wins. All right guys, here's a quick front camera test with the Mate 8. Alright guys, here's a quick test with the Note 5 front camera. All right, as far as the back camera lens, it's actually slightly wider than the Note 5. So I really like the wide angle lens on the Huawei Mate 8. Overall, I'm very impressed by Huawei Mate 8's OIS. Now, I do feel like the results are better on the Note 5, perhaps better post-processing. I think this is something Huawei can fix before the release in the US, but it certainly needs a little bit more work. For right now, it's not bad at all. All right, that's my quick camera comparison between the Note 5 and the Huawei Mate 8. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for me, thumbs up, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, Instagram, and as always, stay on Android.